Hello, in today's episode in TechTrain Solutions, we're going to talk about from the military service to a high-paying career in the electrical contracting world. Stop settling for the $50,000 job. There's specialized jobs out there where they're making $150,000 plus because of something called PLC controls, because your discipline is the ticket. It's the trait that gives them the highest possible chance of making money. Trade those boots for a master electrical license. Unlock your six-figure salary. By the way, they're saying this is the next millionaire is going to be the trades. Your service, you earned this. Do it. Leaving the military can be overwhelming. I got it. I've been there. You have a steady income. You have meals. You have housing. You have a routine that you're used to, but for some reason, life makes you want to change. The military offers many transition resources, but they can be so confusing with too many choices to sort through. The fun part, though, is trying to figure out what your job is in the civilian sector. I was a combat engineer. There wasn't much options. There was janitor, prison guard, a demolitions expert. That was my options. In 1997, I wanted to stay in, but my parents talked me out of it. So I had to depart, right? So I went to the resource center. I wrote my resume. I changed my career into some college credits with my experience. And trying to find a job was impossible. My intention was to be a lifer. It's gone. Now I'm a reservist. Now I'm a civilian. Well, I had no job. Combat engineer options were so slim. My task in the military was demolitions again, explosives, landmines, and I built bridges and some minor contracting work. Needless to say, the jobs weren't there. I was one time a singing, dancing waiter. I would dance, sing. I would literally have a crowd outside waiting for me. I would sit down with you, act like you're my family. Hey, brother, how you doing? How you doing, sister? Hey, Dad, how you doing today? Mom, what's going on? That's what I would do. I did that for a little bit. I did singing, dancing, and waiter. I hit on a lot. But as a waiter, I didn't hit them. I didn't do anything to that. I just left it alone. Did that for a while. I was a Pep Boys assistant manager for a little bit. For no experience, I had to ask the auto mechanics. I need this part. I hate to ask, but what's it called? What's the specific name? And they give me the specific name, and I look it up. Found it. Give me the model number. Yeah, you don't need all that. Well, it says I do. So I gave you the model number, find the part. I gave them a reasonable price because I was able to do that, send it out. I was honest. They loved me. I was an honest person. They loved me. But no offense, Pep Boys was a dead-end job. And then another time I was like working at a warehouse, technology warehouse part-time. I was pretty much a loser. I was going towards the loser path. Being a Philadelphian, I don't know what you know, but being a Philadelphian, it's hard to get out. I know a lot of friends and family that still live in Philadelphia. Nothing wrong with that. But I didn't want to be the guy. I had cousins and stuff where dead-end job, I'm playing midnight basketball to 2 a.m., which I loved, by the way, but I had to grow up. And it was not, I didn't see a future, but I just did it because I had nothing else. That active duty, by the way, was starting to look good to me again. I was thinking, man, I think I want to go back active duty because this life sucks. Back in Texas, I was the bomb. I could dance. I would be hit on left or right. Being a Philadelphian, apparently Texans love my accent. And then I come here and, man, Philly women were tough, man. They got this attitude. They were getting all snobby with me. I'm like, this sucks. And I'm just looking at the active duty military again going, I wanted to have a career in this. I just had my parents talk me out of it, but I wanted a career. And then good luck. I met this very nice woman, very nice. I was actually talking to a recruiter. I was thinking about going active duty, but then I met this wonderful woman one day. I went dancing, country dancing. I threw a fake rope. I pulled her in. She cut it. I'm like, ooh, this girl's for me. And we started to get to know each other. And then 6 months later, I asked her parents if I could marry her. And then I asked her. And then I asked the question, would you like to go active duty with me? She's like, no. Now, active duty is a great thing. Don't get me wrong. It's not that. It's just I told her all the horror stories. I caused 3 divorces myself, 3. with that, knowing that knowledge and knowing how the infidelity is so rampant back in the day, people were getting divorced, people were having sex, they were having a horrible time. I told all the horror stories. Being combat arms, I had a lot of people in my unit. This was just horrible money and very unfaithful. It's not probably everywhere, but it was in my unit. I just had a lot of bad stuff. And I also told her about, the officers' wives think they're your boss, so they try to boss you around. Always like, I don't want to do that. So needless to say, I needed to find a job. My wife lived down here. I lived up there. My future wife asked me to move in with her. I told her I needed to find a job, but luckily there was a job. Electrical job was there. Now, it wasn't the greatest job at the time, but it got me in the door. Got me into the trades. You, right now, you military personnel, you're active duty, you're looking all this stuff up, and you're looking at all these choices. Just get in the door. Just become a journeyman. That's what you need to do. There's so many chances for you. This was the greatest decision of my life. Sailor, soldier, Marine, airman, doesn't matter. Even Coast Guard, trades are there for you. Now, I want to show you some websites of these trades, options. These are some of the websites I found for you. And these are different options that you as a trades, as a soldier, sailor, whatever. There's different options. There's different trade schools that looking for you. Mainly they want the money from the VA, but still they look at money. They're looking for you to join them. They're going to give you discounts. They're going to help you out. They're going to help you find a career. They're going to give you options. Now, here's one. It's called VEP, V-E-E-P, right? Where you at? VEP, V-E-E-P. For those who want almost a guarantee, if you get into this VEP program, right, this is you being a soldier going into the trades through a union, right? They're going to teach you. It's a 5-year program. That's what I've been through. Great experience. There's other places. There are trade schools like this one, Universal Technical Institute. They're going to help you out, help you find a career afterwards. Use their GI Bill, use Chapter 31, job assistance. They got different ones. They got automotive, which there's a major need for that. HVAC, big need too. Welding, and many more. Let's see. So they just want you to get in there. Now they want your money mainly, but still, they still going to help you get in the program. So let me get rid of this right here. All right, so you saw my little prompter. Now, that helps me stay on task because I'll be honest, my ADHD, squirrel. That's what happens to me. Let me tell you, military skills can be transferred directly to the trades. Let's talk about how service members already have habits that contractors want. Number one, showing up on time, usually 15 minutes early. Following instructions, working safely. Now, not all of us. When I was military, I was born in a china shop, so that one was tough. I didn't always get to working safely. But this is big. Handling the pressure, able to handle the pressure. Learning systems and procedures, because you remember here in the military, you got SOPs, SOGs. Working as a team, right? That is big. A lot of people want you that. And taking responsibility for mistakes. Look, my fault. I did it. It was me. Not a lot of people do that. A lot of people are like, I didn't do that. Or, yeah, why'd you have it like that? And this is another big one. Finishing the mission, finishing the job. You get the job done. Now, you can say something like, the trades do not just need people who can turn a wrench. They need people who can think, adapt, follow rules, and show up every day. Every day. This is where the military people already have an advantage, right? Number two is the beginning. They may feel humble. That's big. You feeling humble. This is very important because veterans may go from leadership roles to apprenticeship roles. One of the main questions I was asked when I first went to interview for IBW was, can you work with a younger person? And I'm like, I can work with anybody that's decent. As long as they know what they're doing, I can work with them. Even if they don't know what they're doing, I'm gonna ask questions, and they're gonna get annoyed, but still I need to ask questions because I want to make sure the job's right. That was one of the questions I had. Now, that's what you got to do, right? Work under someone younger, like I told you. Be able to. Starting at the bottom. You, let's say E7, E8, now you are a first-year apprentice. taking orders from someone in a different environment, younger than you, someone giving you attitude, you got to take it. Now, this is another thing. As a first, second year, I was the cleaner. I would clean everything up. I would organize. I would go in the morning, open everything up, get everybody's tools ready. That was my job. I was an apprentice. That was my job. I had to get journeyman tools ready. I had to do the cleanup. I had to do digging. I had a job where I was laying down a conduit, PVC conduit. I would heat it up and run it into a trench. And it was miles upon miles. It would come tractor trailer loads nonstop of PVC pipe, and I would have to be the runner while they sat there and just put glue on, popped it on, glue on, popped it on. I did that for a year. That's what you have to do. Repetitive work. You got to be able to handle it. Learning that you have to be humble is part of the apprenticeship process. You will be a runner. You'll have to get food. Now, you're not just starting over. You're building a new rank structure, right? So let's say E1 to E8, E9. Well, now you're a first-year apprentice, the fifth-year apprentice, journeyman. Then you got foreman. Then you got sub-foreman. Then you have general manager. Then you have owner, the guy who bids the job. That's what you have, a rank structure that you now have to learn. And don't forget, some places have seniority. So if you have less seniority than you, someone who doesn't know what the hell they're doing has more seniority, has more pull than you, than a person that has knowledge. That happens a lot. The trades are a reward process, right? If you can do the job well and follow orders and do things right, well, you possibly could have avenues of increase in your responsibility and job. You probably get a better chance of making more money, right? You can make better money than just being a journeyman. Now, let's think about it, right? You're a progression. You're a helper in some places, right? Not everything has an apprentice. You got helper, years of experience. Finally, you have enough years of experience where you consider yourself a journeyman. Now, in the apprenticeship programs, you're apprentice. You're first, second, third, fourth, and some have fifth-year apprentices. Then you become a journeyman. In some places, when you're a journeyman, you're expensive. That's why it's better to be expensive but good. Again, a team player, able to get the job done on time, listen, be able to do the things that we as soldiers, military, airmen, Marines, we do, right? We get the job done. We worry about it. We can knock it out. We're able to listen. So you got foreman afterwards, like I was saying. Then you have project manager, which I just talked about, and then estimator. That's what I meant to talk about, estimator. And don't forget, when you become a journeyman, and you let's say you're a journeyman making good money, and you keep getting laid off because you don't play the game, right? That happened to me. You can start your own business. Just do your own thing. Get out. So say, I'm done. Get an LLC. Start your own business. Now, this is what I've done. I was an instructor, trainer. At my last company, I was the trainer. I was in charge of the apprenticeship program. That's another option that you can take. You can work at those trade schools that I showed you, making pretty good money. Not great money, but pretty good money. That's another career progression that you can do when you're done your trade program. Now, let's talk about the electrical work. As an electrician, electrical work has many career paths, many that you can take. Let me tell you some of the career paths that you can take. You'd be a residential wireman, right? They make pretty good money. I just heard from one electrical contractor, because they went my class, that one of their guys make $115,000 as a residential wireman. Back in the day, I didn't make crap as a residential wireman, but now they're making good money. You could be doing commercial work. That means you can work at hospitals, at office buildings, stuff like that. Now, my big thing I love is industrial maintenance. They don't make as much as the other places, because basically your job is, as an industrial maintenance, is you're set to a company, and your job is to keep the machines running. That's your responsibility. Sometimes they don't make as much money. Other ones is motor controllers, right? Motor controls, you can work on that. That's basically, let's talk about Amazon. Amazon, all those packages go to you, they have to be sent from something that moves it. That's a motor. That motor gets sent, and a sensor sees the scan and moves it diverts it. That's something you can do. You can fix something like that. That's something called PLCs and automation. Motors, PLCs and automation. You can be doing, that's another path as an electrician. Now let's talk about fire alarms. You can do fire alarm systems, low voltage, that's phones, internet, and you can do solar and renewable energy. And if you get really good, you can do electrical estimating. And this is some of us get annoyed at. We can have electrical inspectors coming in, making up their own rules, but we got to listen to you. So you can become an electrical inspector, or you can become an apprenticeship teacher, or again, start your own business. These are the avenues that you, as a person getting in the world, you can do. This is electrical work. It's bigger than just pulling wire. And why do they want you? I'm telling you again, military discipline can become a business value, right? You are becoming valuable. Most people paying someone is a liability in their eyes, unless you're making them money. If you're making them money, then you're not a liability, but some are. So you've been a military person with that discipline, with that knowledge, with that ability to get the job done. You are a value asset. Veterans stand out because we're all so safe. I wasn't in the beginning, but safe because you're trying to get the job done. You're trying to get it done right. If something doesn't go well, you adjust, you figure it out. You're a very good planner because you want to get the job done correctly. You see a goal, so you want to plan it. Like being able to go from a road march from point A to point B, you want to plan that. Or you got to attack a hill. You got to figure out how to plan the plan of attack. This is the same deal in the trades. You're planning, attack, the job. Now you're very good at chain of command and documentation because most of the military guys, definitely me, I always had to write stuff down because I forgot. You got your op orders. You got to write everything down, get it ready, digest it, right? You're very good at documentation. Team communication, right? That is a big one. You're working as a team. Not a lot of people like to work with others. They hate it. But you being a soldier, sailor, coastman, Coast Guard, you work as a team. You also take accountability. That's a big hit. Take the blame. If you did it, you did it. And you take care of the equipment. Just like your weapon, just like your protective mask, you take care of it. Mission focus, you want to get the job done. You want to get it right. That is what your goal is. Your discipline is not just your personality trait. It's not. It is, in the trades, it becomes so much profit. And not getting hurt. I'm telling you right now, the most expensive thing for a contractor is an injury. They were talking about, I'm trying to remember the number, but injury costs a contractor over $50,000 minimum when you get hurt. So as a soldier, sailor, and all that, you deal with safety, and you like quality. I know I do. I like things done right, done true. And as a person in military, I like to have trust in everybody, so I like to make sure I show trust. Now, I'm telling you, make sure you use your benefits. They're out there. You have the GI Bill. A lot of apprenticeship programs are looking for you. You have helmets to hard hat. That is a big program. I think Kim Clark did that too. You have a veterans electrical entry program. That's union. Union apprenticeships. Non-union contractor training programs. They have apprenticeships program also. Community colleges and trade schools. You have to pay for that, but they help you find work. And then you have state workforce programs. Look for that. The state of Pennsylvania has something called a PA Career Link. Use that. And then again, VA educational benefits. Use it to help me and my family put food on the table while I was an apprentice. I had to work second jobs. I had multiple things to keep feeding my family. But luckily, the VA educational benefits kicked in and helped me feed my family even better. This is the stuff that you need to keep aware of, right? I'm going to address your fears. If you're worried, you're sitting there, and you're like, no, I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, look at this. The trades is not going AI anytime soon. In fact, we're going to be building the AI places. That's number one. Number two, so many homeowners need work done. So that's not going away anytime soon either. So there's so much work available for that. It's not going away. It's here for you. When you leave the military, It can feel like your identity's gone. Like I just retired 2 years ago. It was probably hard, very hard. At the same time, a relief. But one thing I really miss is my uniform. And I don't miss it because going in the crowds, I don't miss that. I don't miss any. I just miss being in uniform. I loved my uniform. But when you leave the military, your identity's gone. You're changed. The truth is that identity's gone, but now it's time to rebuild a new one. And that's where going into the trades can help you build that. You're learning where your strengths are that fit into the civilian world. It took me 8 to 9 months, and then help with a beautiful woman to get adjusted to the civilian side. It did. It was really tough for me. I really, really wanted to go back in the military, active duty. It just was really tough. So I know you're dealing with the same thing. You are probably lost, confused. Just find a new family, and the trades can help you. So just let you know, that's what I've been through. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm here for you. TechTrain Solutions. Just come on, reach out to me. My website's TechTrainSolution.com. Go on there. Look for me. I'm there for you. If you feel stuck, if electrical work maybe gives you some direction, let me know. If the trades can give you some confidence, it'll definitely give you some income and purpose. The decision is yours to change your future. You can do it. If you need help, let me know, because it's going to be tough. It is, because it's not easy to find. It's not easy to find. If you are getting out of the military and feel like you have no civilian skills, I'm here to tell you right now that is not true. You have a lot more to offer than you know. All right, you just need the right trade, the right mentor, and the willingness to start. And I'm here for you. So you come talk to me. I'm here to help you out. I always help my union members and my fellow military people all the time. The military gave me discipline. The trades gave me my future and a great living. So I need you to stay humble, stay confident, work hard, and become more than your job, and learn. In the trades, you're going to have a lot of people messing with you. You are. But be able to adjust, go with the flow. You're going to deal with some crappy crap. You are. It is what it is. It's going to feel different, and you're going to look at those civilians thinking, what an idiot. I've done that multiple times. And you're going to think, why are they wasting their time? Well, that's what they do. The world is tough. It's not easy. But little by little, you'll get it. You'll get better. And you're going to realize this is for you. This is Sean from TechTrain Solutions. I'd like to thank you for listening to my podcast. And again, if you want anything to talk about, if you are a person that wants any knowledge or abilities, or you're lost, give me a call. My number's on my website. Give me a call. My number's on my YouTube channel. So this is Sean from TechTrain Solutions. I would like to thank you. And, oh yeah.